Good morning, Zodiac, and welcome. Singles reading today. The daily read. Today I'm going to do the 4 pillars read for you guys. It's 9/9, almost there energy. Sorry I'm naked. It's hot and I'm fucking in a lot of pain. I'm tired and there's a lot of work going on in this building across the street. And I think they're shut down. I hope they don't crank up, and I might have to take evasive action. But I just like being on the balcony. It's pretty cool here if I keep the doors open. You know, you really can get by without AC. I'm in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, singles. Trying to put out a reading on the Playa del Carmen. So please feel free to share this expat group or any group really. I did a dedicated reading for Playa del Carmen, so they accepted. I might do that every week. I want to do a dedicated reading for nurses. But right now, this dedicated reading for singles. Anybody, if you are watching, it's a collective read. See if you resonate. And give it a little shuffle. If you haven't, check out the Soul Family reads. Heavy read today, really good. It's more. This is for manifesting singles, I should say. It's in the title. So we'll be focusing on that. But today's Soul Family read is another collective read for whoever resonates. It doesn't even necessarily have to be about love. Kind of include myself more in that read. It's something I want to keep doing. Try to build. And it's like Terrence McKenna said, find the other. So, we're all, as I kind of explain that read, we're all like connected at some levels. It's a matter of how closely, which can become how closely do we want. Right on. So, if you're single, totally and completely single, absolutely single, I'm going to stop with the sun on the bottom of the deck. I was ready to stop. So, what I'm thinking, keep that in mind, son. So this is a good reading. I think because maybe it's to remind me to point out, in this particular reading, there is no bad reading. I simply read because I asked the question, who is the right person for you? And tarot gives that answer. It answers our questions. Be very careful what we have. We're very carefully asking. We want a description, Spirit, of who is the right person for you. Not the wrong person. Not the next ex-wife. Not the next ex-husband. But the right person. So this reading is always positive, and it just simply describes your person. Please get back to me with this reading. It's a future reading. Many people tell me it describes someone in their life. That's fine. I watch everything. It helps me. Comment helps me. But if you do have someone on your mind, I address you to the heart spread that I do. Have you sign every week with that, and more directly about you and your other person. So here we're going to look at the 4 pillars. That is the emotional aspects of your person. And personality I read mostly for. I'm going to try to pull astrological signs, the intellectual aspects, and the sexual aspects, and the life situation or core values aspects, life expectation, like, what do they really expect out of life? What do they want out of life? These are the 4 pillars I think you need to have a sound relationship. It's almost to the point where if you don't have that, all relationships are soulmate relationships. Maybe that's just a seasonal relationship. I came to teach a lesson. Let's see. Emotional 10 of Cups. The 9 of Cups. Wow. Well, you don't have to know too much about tarot to think very emotional. It's an intuitive read. You don't get freaked out by what you see till I get into it. Page of Pentacles. This is in their intellectual. It's actually very good, I think. It's speaking to their mind. They probably have a good mind. In the 7 of Cups. I even kind of like that with the Page of Pentacles because they're a little quirky. They might be open to esoteric. So right off the shoot, somebody, if you're watching tarot, There's somebody, for instance, they may well watch tarot. You know, Five of Pentacles sexually. This is the energy. Yeah, they don't feel good enough. You know, okay, in this picture, they are the little baby. This comes from their mother. And they never felt, this pentacles are strong, you know, and it means the body, you know, and it speaks to Mars. They have a debilitated Earth Mars, their sun sign. They feel like a Earth sign with a water moon. I mean, 8 of Cups and 9 of Cups is in their emotions. There's a big theme in their life. I'm trying to get a description. Like if you sit down, talk to them, we'll pick them up at the airport, take them out on a date. Because, you know, we finally, by the way, cleared the runway because you're super single and totally single so that the spirit could bring them in the first place. And here they are. There's a big theme in their life where they had to walk away from a great deal of emotional turmoil. And I've been an adult children all my life, and what comes to mind, and I didn't exactly have this experience, but I well understand it, and I deal with this a lot. Someone that might have had to cut off their family in their I don't know how old they are here. I don't really see an indication of age yet, but so of any age, they had to detach themselves from an unhealthy family situation. This will be their story that they will naturally tell you, and you don't even have to ask. Once they recognize that you are the soulmate, because I mean, you gotta understand that this is your soulmate, so they're going to see it too, kind of about like as you do, you know. They definitely have an Earth Mercury. Page of Pentacles, that's how I see that. But they got a lot of water in their chart. I see this as a Cancer moon. I just see, because I see the transition from the 8 of Cups to the 9 of Cups. As emotionally, they went through a process by letting go of whatever they let go of. And I think it's like I said with the family, people have to do that. It's not a wrong thing to do. At some point, you know, you have to take care of yourself. It's your obligation. It's your first obligation, right? The 9 of Cups is self-fulfillment and being emotionally happy and self-fulfilled. It can even be wish fulfillment. So emotionally, it's by letting go, they have aligned themselves over some period of time from early adulthood to wherever they're at now, emotionally in a very nice way. It doesn't mean that they're emotionally unavailable or happy bachelor. No. In this reading, what it points to as it is a kind of emotional triumph. Remember, we have the sun blessing. The sun blesses this reading. Think of this whole reading. Imagine the light of the sun blessing it, looking down. Sexually, where were we? 10 of Wands, yes. So remember, I said, like sexually, take this as you will. They're like this baby here, and they will need, you will give them, because that's part of the soulmate journey, what they need. And I've been through this. You can go through relationship after relationship, and to the point where you think like, fuck, I thought I was good at sex, maybe I'm not. And then the right one comes along, and it's just, you realize that's a childish and ridiculous thought in the first place. It's all about the energy. So we know you're going to bring the right energy to this. Now, energetically, in terms of their intellect, you're going to find them to be someone that is pretty slow in the way they talk and thoughtful, and they're going to give an air, mercurial air. They might wear glasses. They'd probably be well groomed. I think this is a Virgo personality in terms of their sun here, energy, and possibly a moon. It wouldn't water for sure. And I like it too. Mercury is well placed for them, probably in Virgo. So I think you could safely say, I'm not really 100% on the sun, but you got to wonder if it's Mercury, it'd pretty much have to be Virgo to be a Virgo, Mercury to be a Virgo sun. So very most likely is what we're looking at. And water energy in their chart. And with the Seven of Cups here, so probably their Mercury is making, if you look at their chart, it's going to be making a sextile or a trine to their moon. And maybe to their IC, the very bottom of the chart, okay? And that kind of energy. In other words, so this is going to be someone, and they have, again, by releasing themselves from emotional, ancestral, possibly evil. You know, this is when you have to take yourself away from that energy, even of your own family. They have released themselves and made of themselves an emotionally whole person. This person is now ready for the Ten of Cups. It's at their choosing. Look at them, their arms crossed. They do what they want. There's no problems. They're happy. They're content. They don't need anyone to make them happy. They're already there. But maybe they want something. My sense is when you're in this energy, that's why it's wish fulfillment. You're going to get it, and it's going to be something emotional. It's cups. So that's where they're at. They may feel, when you get to talk to them, that they manifested you. They may be a manifester. Why I say that, what comes to mind, to go from the Eight of Cups to the Nine of Cups here in this emotional column is amazing. They have an emotional understanding. And I think with the Page of Pentacles, what comes to mind is humble. So, and their mind is there, and their mind is very good. So this could be the kind of person, you could be talking, and they might know that you're wrong, and they might not even say anything. They're very humble, they're very smart, they're capable of focusing very well. If you were to hire people for anything, you would probably want to hire this person. They're going to be honest. They're going to do the job. They're going to comprehend the job. They're not going to probably complain. And they're really, this is the kind of person, they don't even need a lot of, you ask about their work life, we'll see more with their work life with the next two pulls. But they probably don't need a lot of, strong guidance. They know what to do, and there's someone that can get done. But with the Seven of Cups here too, they might be a little unbalanced, and this is something that keeps them on their toes with emotional energy affecting their Mercury too. This could be Pluto energy, I feel. And so in their mind, they have a powerful link to their unconscious. They may talk about this. This could come across as in times being prophetic. I do believe our unconscious mind, it retains everything that we've ever come through our sensory input to the brain. I think it's there. And there's people that have amazing ability to recall that can access much of that. Where is that stored? It's in the unconscious mind, no? I'm not talking about the collective unconscious, the personal mind of the unconscious. So it could indicate that in their IC, there is some significant energy there. It would make sense. It could be Pluto there. I got a feeling. So Pluto's going to be maybe on their IC. It's going to be in the fourth house, though, maybe just inside, close aspect to the IC. And you're going to see by aspect of the Pluto, particularly to Venus and possibly Mars, and also watch the moon, that the reason why they had to cut ties. You won't, but don't even think about judging this. They absolutely did what was the right thing to do. This person, I'm going to say this person could be a light worker, one of these crystal children. They might not be that old, and I've dealt with them, and it's like, how do they possibly have that kind of wisdom, and they're 19 fucking years old? It's like a joke. It's like, well, that's proof of reincarnation. They say, like, well, you're such a bitch, and no one could get that bitch in one lifetime, so that's proof of reincarnation. Well, this is like, you're so wise and so deep and so real, and you're like 19 years old. How is that possible? You didn't bring it in with you and remember it. So this is a blessing upon us all, these children that are coming upon us like this, that are like open at that age. Most of us at all takes a lifetime. This could be what we're dealing with here. And so sexually, I'm going to call this the aftermath, not a sexy sex reading part. Go slow. Talk to them. They're carrying a tremendous burden. Help them. Give them a place to put that down. So they may not act like they do, but they need a lot. You need to have that, like a couple that has the composite chart where you're a Cancer at like 15 degrees in your composite, and you just can't keep your hands off of each other. You sleep like all over each other. When you hug this person, a little extra hard and a little extra long every single time, even if they seem a little uncomfortable. And really, they really need it, and that's going to be part of sex. So, and they're going to have to feel super duper secure with you. So don't be surprised, even though this is a soulmate relationship, and it comes in obvious to both of you. I feel it will. You're going to know, because you watch this reading. If you got this far, you're going to know. You're going to, holy shit, that naked fat man in Mexico was right. Oh, okay. Let's see what we got here. Not the bottom. Thank you, Spirit. We got the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. This is in their lifestyle or core values. I'll try to look at both there. And the Nine of Pentacles. This is so powerful. Okay. This is like a movie. The Wheel of Fortune here over the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. And the Wheel of Fortune is a Jupiter energy. So I swear to God, if you can, I don't know if you're this good, if you can do it, get the femurs out and go back and look at Jupiter transits and find out if they can remember this event happened in their life where they cut everybody off. It's in their early adulthood and late teens. It was a fated event that transformed their life and changed their life course. They shifted the timeline of their own life here, with the help of Jupiter. And, we all have free will. Everybody says, oh, well, you just, it's just, everything's fated, and, it's, well, might as well be an automaton. No, we can change everything. The whole person of tarot reading is going forward looking, and it gives us a chance to make it even a slightly different decision can change everything. A different word. Wars have been started over such little things. But then, not Pentacles. If someone is there, I'll tell you what, they don't love you because they need you for money or even for love. And I think this could be why I keep saying with this Five of Pentacles, they're not going to act like someone that needs a hug. They're going to seem very solid. But you're going to find sexually, in one way or another, that they're challenged, they're a little broken, and they struggle there. Man or woman, doesn't matter. It could manifest so many different ways. They're really going to have a hard time opening up and everything. And I'm trying to tell you, energetically, what's going to help this is a tender, loving care, really tender, loving care. Just a lot of it. You don't have to go overboard, but when you get up in the morning, when you pass them in the hallway, when you're in the kitchen, dance a little bit, close stance, hold them. A lot of hugs, a lot of kisses on the forehead, and some time. But this is your soulmate. And make no mistake, they're a very well-balanced person. They're wide open to the esoteric, too, is what I was saying. I didn't get to the Seven of Cups all the way. That's in their unconscious here. So that points to, again, I said, to the IC and that Pluto. So we did touch on it, but it's going to make them They might be like an expert on metaphysics, on this esoteric 8th house stuff here. Could have a strong interest. And this is why this Wheel of Fortune came. Something happened back there again when this happened, this event where they detached. Powerful, obvious. It's just reading. It won't be like, well, yeah, I left home at 18, went to college. No, this is like something stronger. Like I'm done. I'm not talking to you. Blocking people in order to achieve emotional balance. Very well, maybe at that time have been under the advice of a therapist. You know, I started therapy. I was 17 years old. Nobody even told me to do it. I did it on my own. It was my paper. I swear to God. By then I had a real job even. But then it was like, why are you here? I said, well, I've been reading every book in the library, and I got up to the P's, and that's psychology. And I read, and I said, well, I think I need a psychologist from the sound of this. And she just looked at me and started laughing. I said, sit down. Oh, God, it wasn't even that much back then. Now you can't even get it. But you can get it here, or you can get it from tarot, you can get it from good people in your lives. You can get it from this person that you're going to meet here, guys. So thank you, singles. Hope it was too noisy. Just starting to work a little bit. 9-9, almost there. It's close. Just real close. Get out there, guys. It's still summer. Get some.